If I take 5 divided by 5, now we can see here 2 minus 3 value minus 1. Minus 1 into 4 minus 4. Minus 4 divided by 5, you can see here. Minus 4 divided by 5 value. What is the value? Minus 4 divided by 5. I can calculate here equal to minus 4 divided by 5 int y. By displaying minus 1. Is anybody? Minus 4 divided by 5, the value is minus 1. Yes? My voice is audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Why displaying minus 1? That is my question. Okay, you can do one thing. You can note down this question. Why this expression displaying 0? 1 plus 2 minus 3 star 4 divided by 5 by displaying 0. Then minus 4 divided by 5 displaying 1 minus 1 by displaying. Next class you can give this answer. All of you note down this question. All of you note down this question. Okay, now come to the previous class. We discussed about 2 more concepts: bitwise operators and the number system. Under the bitwise operators, we discussed about 5 operators: complement operator, AND operator, OR operator, XOR operator, left shift operator, right shift operator. See here. So this is called bitwise complement operator. Tilde character is called bitwise complement operator. This is called bitwise AND operator. But if you write AND, this is relational operator, logical operator. This is logical AND operator. But ampersand is bitwise AND operator. Next one, take pipe. Pipe is bitwise OR operator. If you write OR is logical operator. OR is logical operator. Then double less than, left shift operator, then right shift operator. Okay. Now we can see these operators one by one. In the last class, we discussed about AND operator, OR operator. Do you have any question regarding bitwise AND operator, bitwise operator, and logical AND operator, logical OR operator? Yes, anybody? Do you have any question regarding bitwise AND operator, bitwise OR operator, logical AND operator, logical OR operator? The difference is this AND operator will combine 2 or more conditions. If you want to combine 2 or more conditions in Python, we can use logical AND operator. If you want to specify the condition, we can use relational operator. Please try to understand. If you want to specify the condition, we can use relational operators. If you want to combine 1 or more conditions, then we can use 2 or more conditions. We can use logical operators. Logical operators. Okay. Any questions regarding ampersand and pipe OR operator? Now, you can take one question here. If take 2 variables, x equal to 10, y equal to 12, z equal to x and y. Int print Z. Could you guess what the value of Z? Value of X is 10. Value of Y is 12. Z equal to X and Y, print Z. One important point. Bitwise operators operating on binary value of the variable. Please try to understand. Bitwise operators operating on binary value of the variable. But logical operators operating on value. Operating on value. But bitwise operators operating on binary value of the variable. Now here ampersand is bitwise operator or logical AND operator, bitwise operator. Then what we have to do? We need to take the binary value of X, binary value of Y. Then you can apply AND operation. Then we can see the result. How to check what is the binary value of X? Is anybody? X equal to 1010. Am I correct? X equal to 1010. For example, now, is it correct or not? X equal to 0001010. Initially, I have written like that. X equal to 1010. Now I am modifying X equal to 0001010. Both are same or different? Both are same or different?
Same, sir.
Right, because you can keep a number of zeros on left hand side. There is no change in the value. Please try to understand. You can keep n number of zeros in left hand side. There is no change in the value. But if you keep zeros in right hand side, there is a change in the value. Now, here you can see the value of X in 4-bit binary format. Please try to understand this concept. The value of X, the binary value of X in 4-bit binary format. But if you take this one, the value of X, the binary value of X in 8-bit binary format. How to transform to 8-bit binary format? You can keep the zeros, then it will become 8-bit binary format. Now, how to represent value of X in 16-bit binary format? Keep how many zeros? 1010. Now you can see here. Total number of bits are 0. The value start here 1010. The remaining positions filled with zeros. So this is the value of X in 16-bit binary format. Please try to understand. X is, the value of X is 10. 10 is decimal value. But you know how to convert decimal to binary, because bitwise operators operating on binary value of the variable. So for that reason, we need to convert the value into binary. Right. What is the value of Y? What is the value of Y? Y equal to, what is the value of Y? 1, 1, 0, 0. Now you can see here. The binary value of X is 1010. Binary value of Y equal to 1100. All of you know this concept. How to generate the binary value for the given variable. Value of X, value of Y. Then here there is a concept. AND operation. Now you can see one diagram here. You see this table. AND operation. 0 and 0 equal to 0. 0, 1 and 0 equal to 0. Next one. 0 and 1 equal to 0. Next one. 1 and 1 equal to 1. This is AND operation. OR operation you can see. 0 or 0 equal to 0. 1 or 0 equal to 1. 0 or 1 equal to 1. 1 or 1 equal to 1. XOR operation. 0 or 0, 0 XOR 0 equal to 0. 0 XOR 1 equal to 0. And 1 XOR 0 equal to 1. And 1 XOR 1 equal to 0. These are the tables to find the binary value. Come to here. Now, what is the output here? 0 and 0, 0. 1 and 0,
0.
0. Right.
0, 1,
0 and 1 is
0,
0,
0. Right. What about 1 and 1?
1,
Now, what is the decimal value for 1,000 binary value?
16,
1,000.
8.
8. Now you can run the code. You will see the output now here. You can see the output is okay. Now I'm going to do a slight modification here. Instead of and I use OR operator. X or Y. Could you guess the output now? Could you guess the output? Could you guess the output? X equal 1010. Y equal to 1100. Now the output is
1, 1, 1, 0,
110. What is the decimal value? 1110.
1, 1, 1,
14.
Decimal. Huh?
14.
Here the output is 14. Now I am going to do a small modification here. X cap. This is XOR operation. Could you guess the output now? X is 10, Y equal to 12, Z equal to X XOR Y. What is the output?
0, 0, 0, 1,
0001. That means what is the value?
1,
0. Okay, the code. The output is 6. You can see here X equal to
0110, sir.
1 1 0 0. Now let's see. 0 or 0 XOR 0? 0.
0,
1 XOR 1? 1. Right? So 0 XOR 1? 1. 1 XOR 1? 0.
0.
The output is 0 1 1 0. The answer is this is 2, this is 4. 4 plus 2, 6. The answer is 6. You can see here. The answer is 6. Now, the new question here. Any questions regarding AND operation or operation? Let us take another example here. Now, you can take the output here. By displaying 12. Why displaying 12? X and Y. Is anybody? X is 10. So Y is 12. Okay. Then what is the value of Z? Why displaying 12? Displaying 12. Why displaying 12? Note down this question. All of you. So you have to give the answer why displaying 12. If I keep Y equal to 10, answer is 10. If I keep Y equal to 8, answer is 8. If I keep Y equal to 0, answer is 0. If I keep Y equal to -1, answer is -1. By displaying like that. Okay? Right. Next question. Now, Y equal to X double less than 2. What is the meaning of double less than? Yes,
Y is much less than.
this is called left shift operator. What we call? left shift operator. Now we can see right hand side diagram. What is the value of x? 10. What is the binary value of x? 1 0 1 0. Now I am converting 1 0 1 0 into 8-bit binary format. The remaining positions filled with zeros. Now 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0. Then x left shift of 2. That means all the bits to left, how many positions? 2 positions. 2 indicates 2 positions. Move all the bits to left, 2 positions. Okay, now. So this will come here. We remove these two. Automatically, this bit will come here. This bit will come here. Like we need to rotate. See, first rotate one bit here. Rotate one bit. That means this will come here. 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 1 will come here. 0 will come here. 1 will come here. 0 will come here. Now we'll get one blank position at the right hand side. You can fill with 0. Again, rotate one more bit. Okay, finally, rotated how many bits? 2 positions. This is the output you can see. This is the output here. Now the output is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Right hand side, we are going to get 0, 0. Right? Now, what is the value of this one? Now convert to decimal. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. What is the value of this one? What is the value of 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0? 1, 0, 1, 0, 0.
40.
40. Okay, now you can see the output. The output is here. On the code here. Start the
Print of y, sir.
okay. Output is 40. Now the question is, if I use right shift, yes,
All the bits will be shifted to the right side by 2 places.
I say shift all the bits to right 2 positions. What we have to do? First shift 1 bit, again shift 1 bit. The output is shifted how many times? 2 bits. Now here what we have to do? So this will come, this will go. It will come here. 0 will come here. 1 will come here. 0 will come here like. So here right hand side, left hand side position filled with 0. Now the output is all zeros 1, 0, 1. Again rotate 1 bit to right. Again. Now what will happen? This will go again. Now the output is all zeros 1, 0. Now could you guess what is the value of 6 zeros 1 zeros value? 6 zeros 1 0 value? 1 0 value? 2.
2, sir.
Right. Now you can see here the output is 2. Now you can see the output is 2. Right. Now the question is, if I take x equal to 48, what is the value of x right shift of 2? What is the value of x right shift of 2? All of you find the value. What is the 48 binary value in 8-bit binary format? 48 binary value in 8-bit binary format. .48 binary value in 8-bit binary format. So all of you did you understand how to convert decimal to binary?
110000, sir.
Right. Here I am going to write 48 to binary value equal to 11
0000.
00. Is it? Is it in how many bits binary format? 6 bit. Now this is the 48 binary value, right? What we have to do? Move all the bits to right. How many positions? 2 positions. First move 1 bit. Move 1 bit. What is the output now? move all the bits to right one position, the output is 0. Okay. 0, 0, 0. Double 1. How many zeros?
3
Zero.
zeros.
Again, move all the bits to right one more position. The output is
00
0,
00
1,
11 00.
1 1 0 0. Now, what is the value now? 4 zeros, 1 1 0. You can skip the right hand side zeros. Then the output 1 0. What is the value?
12.
12. Now we can run the code here. Now the output is 12. Did you understand all of you bitwise operators? Complement operator. Complement operator we'll discuss later. Complement operator, AND operator, OR operator, left shift operator, right shift operator. Any questions? And XOR operator. What is the symbol for XOR operator? Cap. Symbol for bitwise AND operator, ampersand. Symbol for bitwise OR operator, pi. Okay. Any questions? Left shift operator, double less than. Right shift operator, double greater than. These are all called bitwise operators. Now the question is, what is the difference between less than and double less than? According to your understanding. Is anybody?
Less than is comparison of, and double less than is bitwise.
Okay, partially you are correct.
Less than gives the Boolean value, sir.
Tell me.
When you write x equal to 48 and y is equal to x less than 2.
Okay, right. Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? See, less than is relational operators. Less than is relational operators. Double less than is bitwise operators. That is the difference. Less than operator return true or false, but double less than operator return some Boolean value. Some Boolean value, because double less than is left shift operator. Bitwise left shift operator. That will return some binary value. We will convert the value into decimal. Is it clear? Okay, right. So what is operator hierarchy? The way the operators are executed. That means we will define the order of the execution. We define the priority of the operator. Okay. If you consider the arithmetic operators, star is having highest priority, subtraction is having lowest priority. Different types of operators are there. The types of operators are assignment operator. See, just now somebody said less than is comparison operator. No. Double equal to is comparison operator. Less than is relational operator. What about AND operator? What about AND? AND is a logical operator. What about OR? OR is a logical operator. What about ampersand? Bitwise AND operator. What about AND? Logical AND operator. What about pipe? Logical OR operator. What about OR? Pipe is a bitwise OR operator. OR is a logical OR operator. Any questions regarding this concept? Bitwise operators. Did you understand the things properly or not? First of all, did you understand how to convert the decimal to binary? Number system. How to represent the values inside the Python. There are 4 types of number systems are there. Decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. Binary consists of 0 or 1. Hexadecimal consists of 10 digits 0 to 9. For decimal 0 to 9, total 10 digits, base is 10. Octal, the base is 8. It consists of 8 digits. The digits start with 0 to 7. Hexadecimal, the base is 16. It consists of 16 digits 0 to 9. 10 indicates capital A, 11 indicates capital B, 15 indicates capital F. This is called number system. In Python, to store the binary numbers, the number prefixed with 0b. To store the octal value, the number prefixed with 0o. To store the hexadecimal value, the number prefixed with 0x. Right. Any questions? Any questions regarding this? I think in the last class, some students, they expressed that they understand the concept. Okay, just wait, I will see. Okay, right. Okay. Join. Okay, right. And in if, okay. You can try it. We'll get the solution. Because if I teach this concept in this class, now students may get the confusion. So any questions? Any questions?
Sir, can I say the answer for -5 double slash -4 double slash 5?
Okay, okay. May I know who is this?
Shujat, sir.
Okay, tell me. No, don't tell now.
Okay.
So you can give the answer next class, because if you give the answer now, other people may not try. Give the chance to them, they will also try. In the next class, you remind me. In the beginning, we'll discuss about this concept. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Right. What about others? Why the strength is 33 only today? Yes? Okay. Now I'm going to go for new concept. So modules. Okay. What is a module in Python? So module is a, you can see here, what is a module? Module is a Python program. Module is a Python file end with .py. Module is nothing but a Python program. Please try to understand this concept. Module is a Python program. All of you know about what is Python program. If any program end with .py extension, then it is called Python program. How to find? The given program is called Python program, C program, C++ program, or Java program. How to find the given file type? By using the extension. If you take any file end with .doc, document file. If any file end with .txt, text file. If any file end with .c, C program file. If any file end with .cpp, C++ file. Any file end with .java, Java program file. Like any file end with .py, that is called Python program file. If the file end with .pyc, what is that? .pyc?
PyCharm.
PyCharm. What is PyCharm? .py is Python program file. What is .pyc?
Bytecode.
Right. Python compiled code. Python compiled code, that is called bytecode, we can say. That file contains compiled instructions. But if you take .py, it contains the regular instruction. We need to compile, we need to run the code. But if you take .py, already the file contains the compiled instructions. Right. What is a module? Module is a Python program. If any file end with .py, that is called a module. Second point. Module is a Python program. It consists of set of definitions, set of variables, set of instructions, and set of classes. Please try to understand. Module is a Python program. It consists of set of definitions, set of variables, set of instructions, set of classes. If you combine all these things, then it is called Python program or Python module. Okay. Then before understand module, you need to understand one important concept, modular programming. Everyone has to understand modular programming. What is modular programming? In modular programming, we can divide the task into multiple independent modules. Each module is implemented independently. That is called modular programming. Again, I repeat, divide the task into multiple independent modules. Each module is implemented independently. That is called modular programming. I will explain this concept through one example. You are going to make a software for banking system. Please try to understand. You are going to make an application for banking system. How to make an application for banking system? Banking system consists of multiple subsystems. One subsystem will make creating account. Second subsystem will take care about the transactions. Third subsystem will take care about the loans. Like different subsystems are there. What I do, making an application for banking system, I will make 3 modules. One module will create an account. Second module will take care about the transactions. Third module will take care about the loans. Fourth module will take care about the fixed deposits. Like there are 4 modules out there. Then important point here. If you take one module, loan account module is there. This module consists of 3 more submodules. One module will take care about home loans. Second module will take care about personal loans. Third module will take care about business loans. Like we can divide the problem into multiple subsystems. Each subsystem is called module. Each module is implemented independently. We apply the same concept to Python also. Module is nothing but a Python program. Module is nothing but a Python program. If any program end with .py extension, that is called a module. That module consists of set of definitions. That is nothing but set of function definitions, set of variables, set of instructions, set of classes. This concept we'll discuss later. Is it clear what is module? Then types of modules in Python. In Python, there are 2 types of modules. One is system-defined module. We call it as built-in modules. Second one is user-defined module. All of you know about system-defined functions, user-defined functions. If it is system-defined function, defined by system, called by user. If it is user-defined function, the user has to define the function, the user has to call the function. Like, there are 2 types of modules, system-defined or built-in. Second one is user-defined. If it is system-defined, already created by the system, we can use the module inside the program. That is called system-defined. If it is user-defined, we need to create a module, then only we can use the module. That is called user-defined, like functions. We need to create a module, then we can use the module inside the code. That is called user-defined module. System-defined module means already it was created by somebody. What I can do, I can use the module in my code based on my requirement. That is called system-defined modules. Then how to create a module and how to use the module, this concept we'll discuss in the next class. Did you understand what is a module? What is a module in Python? What is the modular programming? When we go for modular programming, when there is a complex task, when there is a big task, we cannot implement the complete task by using one program. Then what I can do, I can implement the same program. I can implement the complex tasks by using multiple programs, each program acting as a module in Python. That is called a module. The definition of module is a Python program. A module consists of definitions, variables, statements, and the classes. That is called module. Types of modules, system-defined modules, and user-defined modules. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?